Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. This is y&ymission. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. y&ymission teaches the 100% truth doctrine. It's GMS, Great Millstone. I want to bring out some videos, basically,
and in Cambodia,
in
a dramatic escalation of a border dispute that's been simmering for several months.
With Cambodia, Thailand. Okay, remember, Yahweh is putting division among these heathen nations. Among these heathen nations and whatnot. So things are heating up. Remember, we had Algeria, and I think what's the other country that Kim Kardashian's from, versus them two. Then you had Sudan and Chad, remember that? Okay, then you had you got Iran and Israel, Iran and the US. Okay, we just had what's that? Afghanistan and India. Okay, Taiwan and China. Okay, so these heathen nations are being riled up. Okay, I'm gonna bring the video out and some scriptures. Come on, man. You saw motherfucking commercials, bro. I'm tired of this.
Months. The Thai health minister says at least 11 civilians and 1 soldier have been killed so far in the clashes. Thailand has used fighter jets to bomb targets across the border, while Cambodia has fired artillery and rockets into Thailand. The Thai authorities say all checkpoints between the two countries have been closed. Thailand has ordered the evacuation of nearby villages on its side of the border. On Wednesday, Bangkok announced it was expelling Cambodia's ambassador and was withdrawing its own envoy from Phnom Penh. Thailand's foreign ministry has been holding a news conference about the incident. Let's hear some of what the spokesperson had to say.
The Royal Thai government urges Cambodia to cease its repeated acts, which constitute severe violations of international law. Such actions fundamentally contradict the principles of good neighborly relations and good faith, and will further undermine Cambodia's reputation and credibility on the global stage.
Well, some live pictures coming to us. We understand there will be another briefing to the media about the situation with Thailand sealing its border with Cambodia after those military clashes have killed at least 12 people. So more details coming into us there from the on this story, with Cambodia has been accused of firing rockets into a Thai village and attacking a hospital, while Thailand has carried out airstrikes on.
Okay, so as you can see, things are heating up. Okay, now with Thailand and Cambodia. Okay, and you know them passport bros over there. Okay, we'll get caught up in all that madness and shit. Okay, it's nowhere to run. Okay, so Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Aren't we hearing that now? Okay, we've seen a little bit of coverage too. And now they're talking about it. And we're hearing about it, right? And ye shall hear of wars. We're hearing about it. And rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. Okay, cool, right. So the Heavenly Father is doing his due diligence, doing his job. And he's working, okay? He's getting the most unnamed brand, uncoolest nations into the fray of battle. Okay. Joel 3:11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down. Right. All right. So you got these two militaries going at it right now. Okay. And what next month or it's going to be somebody else, a different two other nations going at it. So it dies down, and then things heat up, and then they die down. But we ultimately know this is the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And what's going to happen is, once the big dogs go, so yeah, once the big dogs go in, we know the little dogs will go in. These small, little ass, out the way countries, especially that are very close to each other, neighbors, okay? Like I said, your Sudans, your Chants, or your Nigers, okay, they're going to be going in. That's in Africa. Then you got these East European countries like your, we can say Georgia and Austria might go at it, you know, countries like that, okay? But you know, like we're seeing right now in Southeast Asia, Cambodia and Thailand, okay, countries that you never thought that had so much animosity for each other, okay, or couldn't stand each other, are now nitpicking and finding any little thing to basically beat their plowshares into swords. All right, they want to go to war because they see the big dogs, okay, the Most High putting that spirit on these heathens to gather themselves, okay, to fight. All right, so this is a good thing. And then once the big dogs go, they gonna go too. They gonna go right into, and this is gonna be all hell. It's gonna be hell in Eastern and Western Europe. It's gonna be hell in Asia Minor, and Southeast Asia. Okay, it's gonna be all hell breaking loose in so-called Middle East. Okay, that's Asia Minor, but what you so-called Middle East. Okay, and you got Turkey right now getting pissed off at Israel. Okay, you got Egypt on standby. Okay, so you know, Syria's still being totally destroyed. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you're going to basically be at in these nations or on the globe. It's going to be war, especially in also too in the Latin and South American countries. They're going at it. Okay, and they're going to be going at each other. Okay, so this is good. These heathens. Matthew 24:7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing all these things. The prophecies are coming to pass. They're being laid right out in front of us. Okay, and you have the men of the Lord, servants of the Lord, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, GMS, all the way down on the highways and byways and on the information superhighway, bringing this information up. Okay, constantly, day in, day out, in season, out of season. Okay, rain, sleet, snow, or shine, no matter what's going on, or flood. Okay, we know the U.S. is being plagued and hit with floods and all types of weather anomalies right now. So it's a lot going on. All right. So these are good things, okay? Earthquakes, okay? Pestilence and famine, okay? People complaining about food prices, all right? So all these things are happening, okay? But what happened? Why are these nations like this right now, right? Because they're all connected to Babylon, or were connected to Babylon, or still am connected to Babylon in some way, shape, how, or form, right? Revelations 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of her wrath, and okay. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, right? So all the nations have drunk of that cup of Babylon. They been involved in drinking what this whore has been spewing out. Okay, and the kings of the earth had committed fornication with her, right? So that's why they're at odds with each other, because the whore is now going down. They can see the whore sick. They can see the whore wounded. The whore is about to get thrown off the beast, which is NATO, okay? Her Western allies, okay? That's your Germany, your UK's, okay? Spain, okay? France, okay? They're gonna throw her ass off, okay? They're tired of her, okay? And they can see that. So all these smaller nations are jockeying for position. Either they gonna join BRICS, or if they can't get into BRICS, if they feel like they can't get into BRICS fast enough, or pivot some type of way that can help that nation out, okay, they're gonna go to war with their next is a kin, or basically neighbor, okay? Because what? the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, right? So, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through her abundance of her delicacies, right? So all these merchants, you got stuff being made in Thailand, stuff being made in Cambodia, stuff being made in China, stuff being made in different, even Ukraine, okay, Mexico, okay, even Canada supplies us things, okay, of course, electricity and different things. All these countries, all these nations, all these different kingdoms have been made rich, okay, because of Babylon the Great, okay. Remember, nothing is basically produced here like American made. That's the thing of the past, basically, okay. And you have all these different nations, India, okay, even Pakistan, Afghanistan, okay. They're all in some industry in the U.S. Making parts or shipping parts, okay. We just got earlier this year the China thing with China's handbags, luxury goods, okay. Esau's luxury goods from Europe and somewhat America are made in China sweatshops, okay, and different sweatshops in Southeast Asia, Thailand and Cambodia and those different places, and the Vietnams, the Nams and stuff like that, okay. So that has been exposed, okay, and China's leading the way on luxury goods and items of these damn Edomites, these white people, okay. And that has been exposed, that they make them for basically dirt cheap and upsell them back to the U.S. for outrageous prices, okay. So like I said, these countries, rich and poor, big and small, have all in some way, shape, form or another benefited from Babylon the Great in the past, even Iran, okay. And we know the biggest moocher, the biggest taker from America has been Israel, okay. Those fake Jews over there, okay. Billions, okay, and they control everything, okay. Amalek, okay, the head tribe, okay. So things are heating up against these nations, okay, because they're jockeying for position. They want to have a good space, whether politically, and if they can't have a good footing politically, and towards the future, they want to have a good footing militarily, okay, if possible. So those are the only two options for these heathen nations. But we know ultimately through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, when Yahushua comes, he's going to take down all these nations, okay, destroy these motherfuckers, okay, and put them in their place, all right. So the house of Israel, okay, not you 2/3, okay, but the house of Israel remnant, okay, the men and women that are sighing and crying and complaining and sincerely seeking the Heavenly Father's approval and to delight him in these turbulent times. Those are the individuals that are going to govern and run this future kingdom, okay, and be part of the transition of power, okay. So I just wanted to bring that out. So with that, I'd like to say all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash. Shalom.